Welcome back everybody, it's time to predict the scores for game week 42 of this 2024-2025 EFL Championship season. It's all kicking off at the top of the table and it's all kicking off at the bottom of the table as well. All to play for. We got games on Friday the 11th, Saturday the 12th, Sunday the 13th of Monday the 14th of April, and we kick things off at Turf Moor. Burnley second in the table take on Norwich. Norwich just the one win now in their last 7 matches. And Burnley getting a draw against Derby County last time out, which meant Leeds United leapfrogged them at the top of the table, although both clubs are on 85 points. In this one, you've got to fancy Burnley. Norwich, pretty much dead and buried, season over, you could say so. I'm going to go for the usual 1-0 win to Burnley. Next up, the first of the Saturday fixtures, where we got top of the table just. Leeds United coming up against Preston. Preston been quite resolute against a lot of teams recently, although it's only one win in their last 7. And Leeds, okay, they're not losing, but they haven't been winning many matches either. A very good win against Middlesbrough in the last fixture though. This one, I can just see Leeds sneaking it. I think they'll concede, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win. Next up, we got Plymouth Argyle coming up against Sheffield United. And talking about top of the table, Sheffield United currently on 83 points, 2 points behind Leeds and Burnley, but they've stuttered recently with defeats against Millwall and relegation-threatened Oxford United. In this one, Plymouth, the graphics haven't been updated on the Superbru website, but they lost on Wednesday evening 3-0 against Swansea. That was a real bad result for bottom of the table Plymouth. But in this one, they need to get something against Sheffield United, but Sheffield United, if they've got ambitions of going up automatically, they'll need to win this fixture as well, and I think they'll just come through it. They need to start pulling their fingers out, and I think they'll come away with a 2-0 away win. Next up, we move to the Cardiff City Stadium, the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. I will be in attendance at this one. A real massive match, this one, at the bottom of the table. Cardiff currently in 22nd position on 42 points and 2 points ahead of them. Stoke City on 44. This is huge for both of these teams. Cardiff 3 draws on the last 4 without defeat, but terrible at the moment, the Bluebirds. And Stoke City, 3 matches without defeat. This has got draw written all over it. Cardiff need to win, Stoke need to win, but ultimately I think it's going to end up in a draw, 1-1. Ugh. We then move to Kenilworth Road, where another relegation-threatened side, the Hatters, take on Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn finally getting a point after 5 defeats on the trot, with a 2-2 draw against Sheffield Wednesday, which I predicted in the last video. Luton with their draw against Stoke, 1-1 in game round 41. Look at that, Luton need the points. 2 points away from Derby at the bottom of the table. Should this be difficult to predict? Possibly not. I'm going to go for a rather comfortable 2-0 home win to Luton, but it will be nervous there at Kenilworth Road. We then move to the Den, where Millwall take on Middlesbrough. Now Millwall have got hopes of getting in the playoffs themselves. They are 5 points behind Coventry, who are in 6th position in the playoffs, so this is a must-win for Millwall, but it's also a big match for Middlesbrough as well, because they're currently in 7th position, so this is a humdinger of a match. Millwall back-to-back wins. Middlesbrough, okay, losing against Leeds United in midweek. Could end up in a draw, which will favour neither of these teams. Only 1 draw between them as well in the last 7. You know what, I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win to Middlesbrough. Such an important match, that one. And talking about important fixtures, we got Portsmouth coming up against Derby, another relegation battle. Portsmouth losing against Coventry 1-0 in midweek. Derby managing an excellent draw against Burnley, 0-0. I think, can Derby get something out of this? Could it end up in a draw? I think it will. I think this one's going to end up all square 1-1. But this one could go either way. Talking about relegation clubs, I think QPR, with that win against Oxford United on Wednesday evening, it looks like that they're safe. They're currently on 49 points. Cardiff, who occupy 22nd, well, they're 7 points behind QPR. So it looks like the R's are safe for another season. They're taking on the Wurzels, Bristol City, who've had 2 excellent back-to-back wins against Watford and West Brom. QPR can relax a little bit, and I think Bristol City will go to QPR Loftus Road and come away with a 2-1 away victory. Next up, we got Sheffield Wednesday coming up against Oxford. Oxford, as we've mentioned, getting defeated by QPR in midweek. And Sheffield Wednesday draw against Blackburn Rovers, which we predicted in game week 41. I think this is going to end up in another draw, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline, which won't really help Oxford too much. We then move to the Stadium of Light, where Sunderland take on Swansea. Swansea have done well in their last 3 matches. A good win, as we've mentioned, against Plymouth, 3-0 Wednesday evening. And Sunderland, 0-0 draw against Norwich away from home. I can't see Sunderland losing this one, but Swansea have looked decent. I'm going to go for another draw here on Saturday afternoon, 1-1. We then move to the Hawthorns, where West Brom, 3 defeats on the trot, and Watford, an excellent win against Hull City, 1-0 in midweek. And this one, West Brom, are they 5 points behind Coventry? Haven't won in 6. Dear oh dear, but Watford aren't great themselves. They're possibly out. It's probably a step too far for Watford to get back in the playoffs picture. It could be their last chance. West Brom look nervous. You know what? This is my surprise result of the weekend. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory to Watford. And the final fixture of this game round sees Hull City take on Coventry, taking place on Monday evening. Hull, a defeat against Watford, and Coventry City beating Portsmouth 1-0. Hull really need the points. They're on 44 points at the moment, just 2 points above the drop zone. And Coventry City, they occupy 6th position in the playoff zone, so they'll need the 3 points to cement themselves. This is going to be a nervous match at the MKM, but I think this could end up in a draw, could end up in a win, but I am going to go for a 2-1 away victory to Coventry, but there'll be a big crowd there in the north of England. So those are my predictions for game week 42. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Superbru website. Enjoy all the action if you can, especially if you're a fan of those teams battling against relegation. All fans at the top of the table as well, because it's going to be a real nervous weekend, this one. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video.